Hope you are doing well. So today is our day 13 of doing 50 SQL problems on Leetcode to be able to crack any SQL based interview. And our today's problem is about managers with at least 5 direct reports. We are given a table named employee which have 4 columns: ID, name, department and manager ID. ID is the primary key here. This table contains the name and department and manager ID of the employee. Okay. Manager ID is the foreign key reference to the same table with column ID. Okay, so means an employee can be the manager of some other employees. Okay, and all the data of the employees will be in the same table. A manager, an employee can have no manager, means manager ID can also be null. No employee will be the manager of themselves. Okay, so what we have to do is we have to write a solution to find managers with at least 5 direct reports. A manager with 5 direct reports means an employee which is the manager of at least 5 other employees. Okay, which means there will be 5 employees which will be reporting to him. So we have to give the name of that employee. Okay, we can return the result in any order. Here is an example. We are given table which have 6 rows where employee with ID 101 does not have any manager, while rest of the others have 101 employee, means John, as their manager. So these rows are 5, so the name of John should be in the resultant table. So now let's see how we can achieve this target. We need to have a count. We need to use the count function so that we could get how many times an ID is referenced in the manager ID column. Okay, so here I have the table. Now let's see what we can do. We need to compare this ID here and see how many times this ID is repeated in this column. There are multiple ways to do this, and almost all of those ways will contain or need a table which should have a count. So first of all, what we need is we need to generate a table, a temp table with 2 columns, manager ID and count. Okay, like 101 repeated 5 times, then 102 is 0, 103 is 0, 104 is 0, 105 is 0, 106 is 0. Okay, so this is the table we are going to have. We need to generate this table, a temp table, so that we can then apply a query between these 2 tables, because we need count and manager ID. So we can generate the temp table at runtime by creating a query like something like select manager ID and count static from employees group by manager ID. Okay, when we are applying group by manager ID, it means it is not going to give us these things, so we are just going to get this in the result. We can name this table as employee 2 or managers count, managers count, anything, and then we have this table. Now we need to compare both tables based on the ID, where ID of this table is equals to manager ID from the M table, and count, which is coming from the M table, is greater than or equal to 5. So that's how we can then compare both tables. So let's see how we can do this. Let's write the query here. We just need name from employee table, and we need another table which is M. So we are going to generate that temp table at runtime. We are going to get manager ID, comma count static as count from employee table, and we have to group the result by manager ID, and we are going to name this table as M. And then what we have to do is we have to say that let's name this table as E. Okay, so we have to say E dot ID is equals to M dot manager ID and count M dot count is greater than or equal to 5. Okay, so these are actually two tables. It's just like you might had another table manager and you could use it like manager M, and then you are using two tables in the same query. Okay, so we don't have an existing manager table, so we are creating it at runtime with the select query and naming it as M. Okay, so now let's run the query to see if it passes the test case or not. Okay, we have a syntax error. It says syntax error near E. Okay, let's try to not give the name. But meanwhile, I have noticed one other thing, that is the column name is manager ID while we have written manager underscore ID here. So this is another mistake that we did. So let's correct that and run again. It's really hard to record videos sometimes, like some random kids in the street have started shouting and playing cricket. Okay, we have got another error, syntax error near ID. Okay. Okay, so the problem was not E, the problem was we were to write where. We forgot to write the where clause here. Okay, so let's run this again and see if we pass the test case or get another error. Okay, we have passed the test case. Thank God. Let's submit it to see if it passes all the test cases or not. So we have passed all the test cases and have beaten 77% of the users. So see you. Thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to subscribe my channel. Let's see solve another problem tomorrow.